Ladies and gentlemen, it happened. To be honest, the writing was on the wall, we all knew. But for it to actually come to a head in this chapter, color me surprised. Follo finally snapped, and it seems like the person whom we didn't want to catch wind of it is finally gonna get what he wanted. While it may have seemed like a chapter of triumph at the beginning, the darkness really did fall by the end. As y'all know, man, I'm DomoSenpai, and we are here with chapter 121 of Gachiakuta. First and foremost, happy holidays, man. I hope you get out there and enjoy it with your loved ones and make it the best Christmas you possibly can. Holiday season is all about giving back, and that's really what it's all about. My goal has always been to give y'all the content y'all deserve, and for the most part, we've been doing just that. 10K is on the horizon, and the coolest part is that we are 100 away from being on the home stretch. So thank y'all for y'all continued support, because as long as we grind to get where we need to be, nothing will ever say, no one will ever say that we didn't do what we could. Anyway, if y'all are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure y'all go down below, hit that big ass subscribe button underneath the video. And there's always like some weird percentage of y'all who come through and watch the videos and don't subscribe. Why ain't y'all subscribing, man? Do your job. Just kidding. If y'all really enjoy Gachiakuta or y'all just enjoy manga in general, man, make sure y'all stick around and do all of that, because like I said, man, without y'all, I wouldn't be shit. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, y'all know we gotta... This chapter started off with the triumphant Rudo pose, and to be fair, I definitely thought it was deserved. He's been doing what he could to make sure that this first job, his first legitimate job, was a success. But it was something about the way that Tomy was quote-unquote coaching him that made me a bit uncomfortable. With this chapter being titled Darkness Falls, things are definitely going to take a turn for the worst, in my opinion. What's interesting about the situation is while Tomy is quote-unquote guiding him, it also seems like he's not only testing the limits of the gloves, but trying to wear him out. Something else that caught my attention that I believe will be valuable moving forward is what he said about the Jinkies not coming with user manuals, that the owner has to write it themselves. I think that's going to play a part in the Watchman book that he snagged off of Recto, because from what we know, we've seen Recto writing in it a few times, and who knows what he has written down in there. One of the other things that I'm not that big of a fan of is Tomy also instilling this weird sense of doubt within Rudo, because Rudo goes on to talk about him diving in battle without thinking about anything else, and that the reason he survived that long is that he had other cleaners to bail him out, almost selling himself a bit too short. I don't like that for the simple fact that, to me, that was always one of Rudo's biggest strengths, right? Jumping right into battle and learning on the fly, because in doing that, he's gaining the experience needed to make better decisions moving forward. Now, I'm not saying that what Tomy is saying is invalid, but we understand that he has other intentions doing this, and they're not good ones. And now with what Follo is about to do, can we say that this is also a part of Tomy's intention? Because Follo looks at Rudo and says that he has something that he doesn't. Pride and other people's opinion only get in the way. So he proceeds to ask Rudo, could you tell me the secret to being a giver? Bruh, you're asking the motherfucker who knows next to nothing about being a giver what it takes to be a giver? This made me laugh out loud, I can't lie to y'all. Based on what we can infer from this, it seems like Follo is trying to skip steps. At least from our knowledge, becoming a giver is not easy, as you have to really take care of the thing you have. You have to give it a lot of love and care and, attention to detail. They even talked about that in the chapter, which funny enough had to do with Rudo's training. But out of the hut comes another pig, cutting the conversation short. No pun intended. As the battle ensues, Follo does the one thing I always commend him for. and that is assessing the situation at hand. And as he's doing it, he realized that the hut was the root cause of this whole mess. He makes his way into the house and he realized that it was not built out of straw, but wood. Yet more of the three little pigs and the big bad wolf has made its way into Gachiakuta, because that is pretty much how that story goes. Follo came to the logical conclusion that the house is indeed the trash beast's main body, and as the trash beast begins to form, the mouth begins to look more and more like a wolf. So can I cut Rudo being the big bad wolf out of the equation? Anyway, he scurries out of the house to let everyone know about it, and in doing that, he feels he's done what was necessary to warrant the help, thinking that since it's a solid, he can do something with his hammer. Just as he's about to get into the thick of it, Rudo tells him to stand back because he's got this. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. So if we go back to the beginning of what Follo was doing, he said that Rudo had something that he doesn't. If he doesn't have it, then he has to go get it. He says the same thing this time around, but there's what seems to be a bit more malice in his words. He says again, but in a different phrasing, Rudo has something I don't. And that look in his face in the final panel said everything that we needed to know. There's gonna be no mending this friendship without some punches being thrown. But even further than that, I think that instead of Tomy taking Rudo's gloves, Follo is going to attempt to take them and try to use them, thinking that this is what he needed. This is gonna bring back the Tory No Man's Land vibes, because remember, he had them on there and it almost drove him mad. It's funny though, because of all people, you would think Follo understands what this means, but in the heat of the moment, you don't really have any rational thought, it's just feelings. I think this spells bad news for our team, and if there's anybody who was hoping this would happen, it would be the guy sowing seeds of discourse amongst the team, that being Tomy. Anyway, I'm not sure how big of a fan I am of this direction, right? Not sure how big of a fan I am of where this is going, but so far, Urana hasn't steered us wrong. So I have all the faith in the world that she knows what she's doing. What did you guys think about this chapter? And better yet, where do you guys think this is going to go? Do you think the situation can be resolved amicably? Or do you think some shit's about to go down and there's no recovery to be had? Make sure y'all let me know down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. I appreciate y'all coming through and supporting your boy the way y'all have. Everyone who showed up to the Twitch streams brought great vibes, and that's really all I could ask for if we're being honest. Don't want to yap too long, so y'all already know what time it is, man. 10,000 subscribers is right in our line of sight, and y'all know I'm going to grind my ass off to make that happen. Y'all enjoy y'all morning, afternoon, and night, wherever y'all are, and better yet, y'all also enjoy y'all holidays. I'm DomoSenpai, and I will catch you guys in the next video.